Alright, so I figured I'd make a quick little SolidWorks tutorial here. I need to add a structural weld member along this arch here, and I don't have it in my library. So what we're going to do is just do a quick little video about how to add structural weld members to library. So we're going to create a new part, and we're going to start on the front plane, and this is going to be a piece of rectangular tubing. So I'm going to do a center rectangle. And note that I have add construction lines from midpoints here. That's pretty important for doing things like this, especially if you do round bars and things, because this is going to add some extra points for whenever we're trying to locate our weld member. So we'll be able to add either, from the middle of an edge, from the center, or from a corner. So that's a really good little tip right there. Okay, and we'll check smart dimension, and it calls for a 1.5 inch by 3 inch. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm doubling it up. It's a 0.75 by 1.5. Doesn't look like there's any corner radiuses or anything like that. And we need to offset entities to give this a thickness. Select chain, bidirectional is not checked off. So we should be able to click here. We can either reverse the direction, which is kind of my preference, or we can actually click on which side we want the line on. But we need to type in our material thickness, 1.25 here. Check, and check. And this is our profile. So we need to exit our sketch, and we're going to come up here and we make sure that the sketch is highlighted. You don't want to be on front plane, just make sure it's highlighted but that you're not in the sketch. And up here we're going to go to save as, and we're going to save this as a library feature part. And this is something, a really big thing that I hate about SolidWorks, is that it's going to automatically bring me to this library here. But this is not where I need to save it at. Now, if anyone knows how to change this default path, you can actually see I have a piece of T-bar in here from whenever I first started doing this and couldn't figure out what was wrong. But if anybody knows how to change this default, feel free to come on in. So we're going to actually go into local disk. And we have to go to program files. And we have to scroll down. We have to find SolidWorks. SolidWorks again. Then we're going to come down here to language. No, lang, but it's actually short for language. And English. And then way down here is our weldment profiles. This is where we needed to be at. And right here, this is my ANSI standard, inch standard stuff. And my rectangular tubing. And then when I save things, it's really good practice to save it in the same kind of format that is already saved here. It just makes it easier for you to track down what you need. So let's do, this is a let's do a 0.75 space, lowercase x space by 1.5, and then we'll just carry this out to the second decimal place. And we save. Okay, now we notice that this sketch is saved with this little L, so that means that it is saved as a library feature part. And now we should be able to go back into our part here, go to our structural members, and we can take, oh, it did not show up. Oh, because we're in angle iron, that is my bad. And there it is right there. And groups. And there we have it. Now, this is where we can come in here and locate our profile. And we need it to be, which way?
Justin.
Okay, so just like this. And locate it on this point.
Information only. I do have all of the sand material outside Apex.
And now we could, in this case, we could have done without these crossbars, because if we were to locate the profile here, being in the beginning of the sketch, this is not going to hurt us, especially since this is the only entity that is going to the rest of the structure is built off of this entity. So, you know, it's not that important, but I really like to have it in the center. And we'll check that off, and there is our material right there. And now you can see too, a little handy thing is that this is actually in the middle of the front plane, which is one of the reasons I like to locate it like that. So, I hope you enjoyed this and learned a little something. If you were as mad as I am at Solidworks for having that, feel free to pipe in. Or if you know a way to change it, please let me know. I would really love that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you all later.